Imagine a temple built before the wheel, before writing, even before farming itself. Hidden beneath a hill in Turkey lies a site so ancient, so mysterious, that it's rewriting everything we thought we knew about civilization. This is Göbekli Tepe, the world's oldest temple, and its secrets will blow your mind. Göbekli Tepe is an archaeological marvel that has forever altered our understanding of ancient civilization. This mysterious site, hidden in the hills of southeastern Turkey, is not just old, it's astonishingly ancient. Dating back to around 10,000 BCE, Göbekli Tepe is 12,000 years old, making it older than the pyramids of Egypt and Stonehenge. It's the oldest known temple on Earth, and its discovery has raised more questions than answers. For centuries, archaeologists believed that humans only began building complex societies after the advent of agriculture. But Göbekli Tepe has shattered that idea. The site was constructed by hunter-gatherers, not settled agriculturalists, and it predates the rise of cities by thousands of years. It's a reminder that our ancestors were capable of creating grand structures long before the technology and social organization we associate with civilization. In this documentary, we'll take you on a journey through time to uncover the mysteries of Göbekli Tepe, its purpose, its builders, and why it has forced archaeologists to rethink the entire timeline of human history. The story of Göbekli Tepe begins in 1994. When a local Turkish shepherd named Ismail Kilic was walking through the hills of Şanlıurfa in southeastern Turkey. As he moved through the rugged terrain, he noticed something unusual: a series of stone pillars partially exposed above the ground. Some of the stones were carved with strange and intricate patterns. Initially, Kilic thought little of the discovery, but his curiosity led him to inform local authorities. Shortly after, the site attracted the attention of Klaus Schmidt, a German archaeologist who had been working in the region. Upon examining the site, Schmidt quickly realized that the stones were not just random rocks, but part of something much more significant. This marked the beginning of an excavation that would change everything we thought we knew about the origins of civilization. The site was soon identified as Göbekli Tepe, which translates to pot-belly hill in Turkish, named after its rounded hill shape. What Schmidt and his team uncovered over the following years was nothing short of astonishing. Massive stone pillars, some of which were as tall as 16 feet and weighed several tons, arranged in circular patterns. Many of the stones featured elaborate carvings of animals such as lions, snakes, and scorpions, along with abstract symbols. The site was found to be over 12,000 years old, predating other well-known ancient sites like the pyramids of Egypt and Stonehenge by thousands of years. This made Göbekli Tepe the world's oldest known religious structure. The discovery raised questions that would puzzle archaeologists for years. How did people who lived as hunter-gatherers, without any known forms of agriculture or complex tools, build such an advanced and monumental site? Why was the site intentionally buried after its construction? These questions remain central to the ongoing study of Göbekli Tepe. The site is not only a significant archaeological find, but a testament to the capabilities of early humans and the mysteries that still surround their ways of life. As the excavation of Göbekli Tepe continued, a central question began to emerge. Why was this massive structure built? The sheer scale of the site, with its enormous stone pillars and intricate carvings, suggested that it had a ceremonial or religious purpose. But who were the people who built it, and why did they go to such lengths to construct something so monumental? The answer to this question is still not entirely clear, but archaeologists have developed several intriguing theories. One of the most widely accepted theories is that Göbekli Tepe was a temple complex or a ritual center. The circular arrangement of the stones, with some pillars weighing as much as 10 tons, implies that the site was used for ritualistic purposes. The carvings of animals, such as lions, wild boars, and snakes, are often interpreted as symbols that held spiritual or religious significance. Some researchers believe that these animals represented spiritual beings or deities that were worshipped by the people of the time. What makes Göbekli Tepe even more fascinating is that the people who built it were hunter-gatherers, not settled agriculturalists. This is a major puzzle for archaeologists, as the construction of such a site would have required significant organization and labor, neither of which were thought to be available to nomadic groups. The existence of Göbekli Tepe challenges the conventional wisdom that large-scale religious structures and monumental architecture only appeared after humans had settled into agricultural communities. Some researchers suggest that the construction of Göbekli Tepe may have played a key role in the transition from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to more sedentary agricultural societies. The theory posits that the need for a place to conduct large-scale rituals could have led to the development of permanent settlements and the eventual domestication of plants and animals. In other words, the construction of Göbekli Tepe might have been a catalyst for the birth of agriculture itself. Another theory suggests that Göbekli Tepe served as a gathering place for different groups of hunter-gatherers. At a time when nomadic tribes roamed the region, the site may have functioned as a central location where these groups came together to perform rituals, trade goods, and exchange cultural knowledge. This communal aspect of Göbekli Tepe would have fostered the creation of a shared cultural identity among the various tribes that interacted there. Yet the most perplexing aspect of Göbekli Tepe remains its intentional burial. After centuries of use, the site was deliberately covered up, and the people who built it left no records or written history behind. Why would a civilization go to such great lengths to bury its most significant religious and cultural site? One possibility is that the people of Göbekli Tepe believed in a form of ritualistic closure, burying the site as part of a symbolic act. Perhaps it marked the end of an era or the completion of a significant spiritual journey. Or it could have been a way of reclaiming the land after its sacred purpose had been fulfilled. As excavations at Göbekli Tepe progressed, researchers began to pay close attention to the intricate carvings found on the stone pillars. These carvings represent one of the most significant aspects of the site, as they provide insight into the symbolic world of the people who constructed it. The carvings feature a wide range of animals, abstract symbols, and geometric patterns that have been subject to intense study and interpretation. What do these carvings mean, and what role did they play in the rituals conducted at Göbekli Tepe? One of the most prominent features of the carvings is the depiction of animals. The stones are adorned with images of wild animals such as lions, boars, snakes, foxes, and birds of prey. These animals are often depicted in dynamic poses, suggesting movement and power. Many of the animals appear to be engaged in some form of interaction, possibly symbolizing a relationship between the natural world and the divine. The lion is one of the most significant creatures depicted at Göbekli Tepe. In many ancient cultures, lions were symbols of strength, courage, and royalty. In the context of Göbekli Tepe, it is likely that lions represented a kind of divine power, possibly associated with the gods or spirits that the people of the site believed in. The lion's role in the carvings suggests that it was considered an important symbol of the spiritual world. Similarly, snakes appear frequently in the carvings, often coiled around the pillars or depicted in motion. Snakes have long been symbols of transformation, rebirth, and fertility in many cultures, and their presence at Göbekli Tepe likely carried similar connotations. The snake's association with the earth and its ability to shed its skin may have symbolized renewal or a connection to the underworld. In addition to animals, abstract symbols and geometric patterns are also present on the stones. These patterns include circles, spirals, and zigzags, which may have had cosmological or astronomical significance. Some researchers believe that the geometric shapes represent the heavens, the earth, and the underworld, reflecting a three-part cosmic model that was central to the beliefs of the people who constructed Göbekli Tepe. The presence of these symbols points to the possibility that Göbekli Tepe was not just a place of worship, but also a site for astronomical observation. Some scholars suggest that the carvings may have been used to track the movement of celestial bodies such as the sun, moon, and stars. The alignment of the pillars with the changing positions of the sun during the solstices and equinoxes supports this theory, as the people of Göbekli Tepe may have used the site to observe and mark important astronomical events. The carvings at Göbekli Tepe are significant not only for their artistic and symbolic value, but also for what they reveal about the worldview of the people who built the site. The animals, abstract symbols, and geometric patterns suggest that the builders had a complex understanding of the natural world and the cosmos. They likely believed in spiritual forces that influenced their daily lives, and that these forces could be communicated with or influenced through rituals and offerings. One of the most remarkable aspects of Göbekli Tepe is the sheer engineering feat involved in its construction. The site, with its massive stone pillars and intricate carvings, presents significant challenges when considering the capabilities of the people who built it. The fact that the builders were hunter-gatherers, living in a time before the advent of agriculture or metal tools, raises intriguing questions about how such an advanced structure could have been created without the technology we associate with monumental architecture. The construction of Göbekli Tepe required sophisticated knowledge of stoneworking, organization, and labor management. The massive pillars at the site, some of which weigh as much as 10 tons, were quarried from the surrounding landscape and transported to the site. It is still unclear exactly how the builders managed to move such large stones, but researchers have suggested several possible methods. Some theories propose that the stones were dragged along log rollers, while others suggest that a system of slings and levers may have been used to lift the heavy pillars into place. What is even more impressive is the way in which the pillars were arranged. The site is made up of a series of circular and rectangular enclosures, with the largest central pillars positioned upright in the middle, surrounded by smaller stones. The exact arrangement of these stones was likely deliberate, as it seems to reflect a careful understanding of spatial relationships and geometric principles. The way the pillars are positioned also suggests a certain ceremonial function, with each arrangement potentially serving as a backdrop for specific rituals or astronomical observations. The precision with which the builders placed the stones also raises questions about the construction tools available to them. It is clear that Göbekli Tepe was constructed without the use of iron tools or advanced machinery, which were not available at the time. Instead, the builders relied on stone tools, wooden implements, and manual labor. This shows that even without modern technology, early humans were capable of performing highly sophisticated tasks when motivated by religious or cultural significance. The engineering of Göbekli Tepe is not only impressive in terms of the construction of the stones themselves, but also in the layout of the site. The enclosures were designed with a sense of aesthetic harmony and alignment. The layout is not haphazard. Rather, it seems to have been carefully planned, with each stone and each pillar serving a specific purpose within the larger structure. This reflects a deep level of knowledge and attention to detail, suggesting that the builders had advanced skills in geometry and architecture, even if they did not have the formal training we associate with later civilizations. One of the most enigmatic aspects of Göbekli Tepe is its deliberate burial. After centuries of use, the site was intentionally covered up by its creators around 8000 BCE. The reason behind this mysterious burial remains one of the greatest unsolved puzzles of the archaeological world. Why would a civilization, after investing so much labor, time, and resources into the construction of such an impressive structure, choose to bury it? This deliberate act of covering the site suggests that Göbekli Tepe had a symbolic or ritual significance beyond its role as a place of worship. There are several theories that attempt to explain the intentional burial of Göbekli Tepe. One of the leading theories suggests that the burial was part of a ritualistic act. It is possible that the people of Göbekli Tepe believed that the site had fulfilled its spiritual or ceremonial purpose and needed to be buried as part of a ritual closure. In many ancient cultures, burial rituals were seen as a way of marking the end of a sacred cycle or period of time, and it is possible that the builders of Göbekli Tepe viewed the burial of the site as a way to honor its significance and to close a chapter in their religious practices. Another theory proposes that the burial was intended to protect the site from the forces of nature, such as erosion or weathering. The region where Göbekli Tepe is located is subject to significant environmental changes, and the builders may have anticipated the site's vulnerability to the passage of time. By burying the site, they may have hoped to preserve the integrity of the structure for future generations or to protect it from natural disasters. Yet another possibility is that the people of Göbekli Tepe believed in a form of ritual renewal. In some ancient cultures, the idea of burying or destroying a sacred site was seen as a way of resetting the spiritual energy of the space, allowing for the possibility of rebirth or recreation. In this context, the burial of Göbekli Tepe could have been seen as a way of purging the old and making room for the new, symbolizing a shift in spiritual practices or a change in the way the community interacted with the sacred. Interestingly, the burial of Göbekli Tepe did not mark the end of the site's story. Although the builders of the temple disappeared from the region, the site remained preserved for thousands of years, eventually rediscovered in the 1990s. The deliberate burial may have played a role in preserving the site until modern archaeologists could unearth it, allowing future generations to marvel at the achievements of the ancient builders. As excavations continue at Göbekli Tepe, more evidence is being uncovered that may shed light on the purpose of its burial. Recent finds suggest that the site was not only buried with dirt and rubble, but also with a layer of stone slabs. These slabs may have been placed to protect the site and to act as a form of ritualistic closure. The burial itself may have been a ceremonial act in which the builders honored the spiritual significance of the site, recognizing that its purpose had come to an end. Göbekli Tepe is often referred to as a pivotal moment in human history, representing the transition from hunter-gatherer societies to settled agricultural communities. The construction of such a monumental site before the advent of agriculture challenges our understanding of the social and technological capabilities of early humans. Its discovery forces us to reconsider the evolution of human civilization, particularly in relation to the development of religion, culture, and social organization. The hunter-gatherers who built Göbekli Tepe were not yet settled in one place and did not engage in the farming practices that would become characteristic of later civilizations. However, the creation of such a massive structure suggests that these people were organized and capable of complex social interactions. They must have had leaders or individuals with specialized knowledge capable of directing large-scale projects. The construction of Göbekli Tepe required not only a significant amount of labor, but also the coordination of resources and a structured society that could sustain such a project over an extended period of time. As Göbekli Tepe continues to be unearthed and studied, it is becoming increasingly clear that the site represents far more than just an ancient temple. It serves as a testament to the ingenuity, creativity, and spirituality of the early human societies that built it, offering valuable insights into the origins of civilization itself. The site challenges traditional narratives about the development of human societies, suggesting that the roots of civilization may have been far more complex and multifaceted than previously thought. One of the most significant implications of Göbekli Tepe's discovery is its potential influence on the development of later civilizations. The site predates Sumerian and Egyptian temples by thousands of years, suggesting that the knowledge and practices that would eventually shape the great civilizations of the ancient world may have had their origins at Göbekli Tepe. The idea of constructing monumental religious structures, aligning them with celestial events, and using them for ritualistic purposes can be traced back to this early site, which may have served as a model for later religious architecture. Göbekli Tepe is far more than just the oldest temple in the world. It is a window into the early development of human society, religion, and spirituality. Its construction, deliberate burial, and the sophisticated knowledge it reveals about ancient societies challenge our traditional understanding of early human history and provide valuable insights into the origins of civilization. As we continue to study and uncover the secrets of Göbekli Tepe, we are forced to reconsider what we know about the dawn of human civilization and the profound impact that early religious practices had on shaping the world we live in today. This ancient site not only reshapes our understanding of prehistory, but also invites us to reflect on the complex and interconnected forces that have shaped human civilization over millennia. The mystery of Göbekli Tepe is far from over, and its secrets continue to offer clues that could rewrite the story of humanity's beginnings.